Hey guys, it's me, Karmic Hierophant. So I just was coming through a little PSA because it's like this situation that I went through last year with the whole breakup with my ex thing and just the whole entire betrayal was crazy. But it's like here we are in the next year and you still got karmics and people inboxing me random shit. I would need for you all to know that I am definitely not sad, mad, dwelling on anything. You people who have been forgiven at this point, all I'm going to do is continue with my life. That's all I can do. I'm not going to sit around and just let one situation that happened in my life stop my life. It is what it is. So I don't understand what I'm supposed to be saying to anybody. Everybody is just still in this oh, let me pick with her vibe, and it's just not getting under my skin because I'm over it. It didn't get under my skin once I walked away from the situation anyway. Now, when it initially happened, it was weird because I didn't understand where none of this was coming from. It was just a whole lot of shit just rushing towards me at one time. And mind you, in no time have I ever been a mental patient. Definitely went through a lot of postpartum depression. That's for sure. And that's important. I do want to speak on when you have a child to make sure that you definitely have a support system, a real support system, because I never experienced postpartum depression before I had my youngest daughter. And the funniest part was that my oldest two children, I went through certain situations with their dads, and I never endured postpartum depression. But having my youngest child's father around after I had my baby, I went through the worst postpartum depression. And it was probably because this is what they intended for me to go through. It was this big intention to make me look a certain type of way. And I just I just never grasped. I still to this day will not understand the point of it all, because it's who does this? Who sits around and just prays on somebody's downfall that has never done anything to you? Because what happened to the part where you're in a relationship and maybe you do hear a rumor or two, somebody hating, whatever. For me, I'm going to my partner and I'm going to say what I have to say to my partner. I'm going to ask my partner about what the fuck these people talking about. Well, why would so-and-so say this or this, that, and the third? I would never just take what somebody says blindly and react and respond to what they're saying in that way. Even if I do, I would never just be sitting around for years doing all this hateful ass shit to somebody just because I heard something. That is so childish to me. It's what? Who does that at the end of the day? It's just ridiculous. And like I said, this is the reason why things will never be on the up and ups with people, because it's not what you're doing, it's the intention behind why you're doing it. When the Most High judge you, he's going to judge you solely on your heart. He's going to judge you on why you did a lot of shit. What was your purpose? Because sometimes you could do things and really don't have a malice intent behind it. It just turns out to trigger somebody else, or it just turns out to hurt another person. But that don't mean that's what you meant to do. But when you was in your heart trying to deliberately break somebody, hurt them physically, hurt them mentally, hurt them emotionally, whatever, and take from them and want them to be like nothing. It's disgusting. Like, how else do you think you're going to get judged? Like, I mean, who does that to people? Like, that's like an animal, like treating an animal like garbage, except for you're doing it to a person you supposedly care about, love, or whatever. So it's like, for me, like I said, during that time, of course it was heartbreaking because, like, damn, like, everywhere you turn, it's either a family member, a friend, or you got your partner here. You know, everybody's trying to make you seem like you crazy. When I know fucking well, I ain't never been crazy. That's one. Two, I know I graduated college with goddamn 4.95. Three, just I never been crazy or dumb, slow, deaf, retarded, none of that. So for people to just really try to play with me like mentally was really like the worst thing you could do. And I've always told people, don't try to mind fuck me. Now, I might be in a mode right now and I might not be able to grasp it right away, but when I start catching on to shit, it's just a wrap. Like, I'm onto it and I'm not getting off of it. Like, that is what it is. So it's like I said in one of my previous videos, it's one thing to want to move on with your life, go and be with somebody else, whatever. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Go. By all means, the door is right there. You know what I'm saying? But to do all of these hateful ass, malice, malicious ass things to a person, it was unnecessary to me. It really was unnecessary. So at this point in my life, it's like, oh well, nothing worked. I tried to leave this person homeless. Well, I was never homeless. Like, I was never homeless. And even when I was homeless, I still had somewhere to go. Like, come on now. Let's not forget what it was when you met me. Let's not forget where I was on my way to when you met me. I had a job when you met me. I had a car when you met me. I was waiting to move into my apartment when you met me. So it's like, when were you ever leaving me somewhere that, like, I don't understand that. You can't leave me out in the cold when the shit that I have is really mine. I don't steal for shit. I don't have sex with people for shit. I don't do any of those things. So to go around and spread vicious ass lies and slander somebody just because you're mad about something somebody else said that you don't even know is true is childish. It is ridiculous. That's why it was nothing for me to get over it, because it's like I said before, I can prove lies are lies. You can't prove the truth to be a lie. Like, you can't make the truth a lie. You have to go through a whole lot of shit to make the truth a lie. And even then, that shit could still be dismantled once the truth is revealed. So, I mean, it was just a matter of sorting out what was being said, what was the purpose behind a lot of things, and just, you know, figuring out, was this shit even worth explaining myself about? Was this shit even worth, like, my energy at all? Furthermore, if I didn't hurt about anything, I hurt more so for my child. Because it's like, these are your family members. Like, these people are your blood. This is your blood father. Like, this is your real father that's doing this. And you're really trying to put my child my newborn baby in a position to not have nowhere to go, to not have food to be able to put in her mouth or clothes to be able to put on her back, because you're taking to give to somebody who does not give no fuck about you, who's using you, who is like literally putting spell work on you, on me, and everything else. So it was like a wake-up call, like, damn, this is who I'm really dealing with. For me, it didn't do nothing but show me people's true colors that was around me, and just show me like how illusion I was. Like, I was living in a huge illusion of people, like thinking that these people were real genuine friends or real genuine family or real genuine loved ones, when they never fucked with me to begin with. That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all this shit did was teach me a very, very valuable lesson about who I allow in my life, like trusting people and all that. Like, it's given no. And it's not that I don't want to have friends, but I'm okay by myself. I've always been by myself. Like, I'll sit in my room in my house by myself every fucking day and be content because I love myself. I'm happy with myself. I don't look for attention from people. I don't need motherfuckers to validate me. That's never been me. It's never been me. Me and my partner has always been the closest. Whoever I'm with is usually my best friend. That's who I confide in. That's who I trust. That's who I'd rather go out and hang out with. That's who I'd rather talk to. That's who I'd rather tell my secrets to. But even in this experience, it just made me feel like, damn, do I even want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I never experienced a male do things like gossip. Like, it was just really weird. Like, it's been a really, really weird experience, to be honest with you. And I don't know. It's just, I don't know. But furthermore, I mean, to just wake up every day, try to figure out how you can block somebody from doing something. You can't block me from being who I am. I am who I am. Whatever it is that you want is inside of me. It's not on the outside of me. You can't go buy my intuition. You can't go buy clairvoyance. You can't go buy psychic abilities. You can't go buy telepathy. You can't go buy telekinesis. You can't go buy none of the gifts that I have. You can't go buy them. They have to be installed in you, just like a damn computer or a phone. You can't. They don't come with certain apps. You have to put the apps on there. So it's just like being downloaded from the Most High. You can't just connect yourself. Like, oh, let me go and download God, and then I'll be connected to him. No. Like, I've always been a spiritual person. I've always believed in the Most High. All of these things that people already knew about. And it's like, what is your point of trying to prove to other people that I'm what you are? That just was really like throwing me off. I really didn't understand that. And I still don't. But nothing can be blocked. Even things that are stolen will be replaced in a different manner. Okay, you try to block a job, which nobody really blocked my job. I chose not to go back to my job because I didn't want to work around the people who were doing these things to me. So I got a better job that paid way more. So it's like, I'm going to get money regardless. I've never been a bum. I'm not lazy. I've never been one of them ones sit around waiting nobody take care of me, do nothing for me. Never. Anything I want, I go get, because I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised around no mother that was like that. I wasn't raised around no father that was like that. So, of course, it's not installed in me to sit around and use somebody. Like, that's just it's not in my demeanor, period, to be like that. I'm going to take care of myself and take care of my kids because that's what my parents did. They took care of themselves. They took care of their kids, and that was that. So, it's like a lot of things that was being said is like, okay, I guess y'all had this extravagant plan that I was supposed to die in this situation, apparently. Being poisoned, trying to get set up to get killed, and all this crazy ass shit. All this shit for insurance money. And all this crazy stuff was just like, what the fuck is this, a movie? Like, it really felt like a fucking movie, bruh. It still do feel like a movie to this day, but it just goes to show how greedy people are, how low people could be to even like think up these type of things. Like, I wouldn't dare do nothing. Like, even if I fell out today or tomorrow with somebody that I cared about, love, whatever, I wouldn't. All of these people that did this shit to me, I have not one time prayed for anything malice or malicious to happen to any of them. Besides, whatever they did to me, they get their karma for it. And that's it. Whatever that may be. But it's not up to me to say, oh, I'm going to take this person's life because I want some money fast. So I want a big check. So I'm going to go kill you and set up a whole plan just so I could take you out. And then when I take you out, I could take your status. No. The person in front of the gun that's being killed, they're more respected than the motherfucker behind the gun. Like, you're going to listen to people talk about the person that was killed and what happened to them, and you're going to listen to people feel sorrow and hurt and respect and be honored. They're going to honor the person that lost their life. They're not going to honor the person who killed them. Like, that's just backwards. Which you have to have like a very evil ass fucking mindset to even think of up these type of things. So it was just like a wake up call. Like, wait. You way too trusting. You care way too much, and you gotta just learn how to beg back and really get to know people. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently I didn't know none of the people that I was around. Not the way that I thought I did. These are even people that I knew half my fucking life that was like switching up on me. So, I mean, it was a wake up call, a big, huge one, but it wasn't nothing that I was just going to sit around and just break me. I mean, this is one relationship, one man, one like situation. It's not like the end of the fucking world. Okay. It's like, all right, we ended up not being together. That's fine. Was I lying to this person about who he was to me? No. This is my divine partner. We're together right now in the spiritual realm. That's how we're able to connect through music telepathically, because we're already connected in the spiritual realm now, which means that in the next lifetime we have to do this again and do it the right way. It's like, what is it to be upset about? Like, nobody gets it to the core of it. It's a surface level when you're dealing with these people. So it's nothing for me to really explain or try to make sense of for other people, because other people are not in a spiritual connection the way that I am. So when I say things, it sounds crazy to a person that's only worried about money, cars, clothes, and looking a certain type of way to other people. I don't give a fuck how nobody think about me. But I know whatever I've ever spoke on, that shit has been true and it's come to fruition. And so I'd rather be the one known that speak facts than be the one that looks like a fucking fraud, a thief, a liar, malicious, hateful, and you're fly. Like, it's clear. If I was a fraud, why are you trying? Why is this person trying so hard to be me or to take whatever it is that you're trying to take from me? If I'm broke, why are you stealing? What are you stealing from a broke person? Oh my gosh. Like, it's just backwards. I don't think nobody's thinking of it like that. It's like, I just don't understand that. I just don't get it. But yeah, I really don't understand why anybody's still just like coming from the fake pages, inboxing and saying this or saying that. Like, I'm not checking for nobody. This person's not blocked in my phone. this person is not blocked anywhere besides social media because I have his child here. So I would not block him, but I'm not about to call and be begging and all. No, I'm not doing all of that. You made your decision. You have a whole marriage that you have to attend to. Not that it's not falling apart, because clearly it is, but not my business. At the end of the day, all I can do is live my life and keep it fucking moving. I don't have nothing to do with nobody else's life once you're not a part of mine no more. It's not my business. But I'm not going to go back and forth with fake pages and people who feel like they did something by creating this situation in my life for my child. Furthermore, these children that were involved in this entire situation were never treated like this. I've never done anything malicious to anybody's kids. I've never shunned anybody's kids. I never left anybody's kids out. Nothing. But people are sending death bills to mine. People are trying to take their gifts from them. People are trying to do some crazy shit to my kids. Like, I don't think nobody's like thinking about these things. We're talking about real parents out here, like people who really buried children that are wishing bad on other children and keep forgetting that what you put out, it comes back to you. So if you lose a child, or if one of your children end up a certain type of way, or this happened or that happened, you can't really be sitting around questioning why. It's because this is what you wanted for your kid when you wanted it for somebody else's. It's like you literally get back what you give out. And that's just like the message at all times for me, because people do not understand the strength of karma and dharma. Like, it is very imperative. It's very imperative that people get this understanding that if I want the worst for you, the worst is going to happen for me. If I want you to be unhappy, miserable, sad, I want you to be dogged out, cheated on, that's what's going to happen to you. Because apparently this is what you think is just. You think this is the right thing for somebody to have. So why don't you think it's the right thing for you to have for your own self? That's why they say, treat people how you want to be treated. Do unto others as you want done to you. That way, life is fair. The scales is going to always be balanced, no matter what. You might get away with little things for a long time, but once that time is up, all of those things that you did, you have to pay it back. You have to get repaid for it. You're either going to get repaid for doing the good things, or you're going to get repaid for doing bad things. That's your choice. But that's just a PSA for the ones in the back that keep writing me just like, oh, did you know your baby father is doing this with this person or doing that and that? Not my business, because he's not doing these things to me. We're not together. So I don't look at it no type of way. I'm not hurting or mad or whatever. He's not cheating on me. We're not together. So it's like, trying to get under my skin about that situation is just not going to happen. Nothing that you set out to do to me is not going to affect me, because I know that whatever is for me is going to happen for me one way or another. It doesn't matter how many blocks you put in the road. You could put a block in this road and you got 3 other streets connected to the same fucking road. You just go around. It's okay. Like, it's called a detour, but it ain't the end of the world. And that's what y'all gotta understand. I'm one person that a gang of people keep trying to do things to for nothing, literally. And that's the reason why it's not working. And even the things that do work, it will come back on you, and it will still bless me later, because I don't have no bad intent for anybody. This is shit that y'all waking up with on y'all hearts and souls. That y'all have to take this shit up with God or whomever you go and see when you pass on. It's like, I don't know. I just feel like people really need to think a little bit more before y'all start thinking up these wild ass plans, because it's really not worth it in the end. It don't be worth it. It really don't.